My best guess is after this spy balloon, I'm guessing there was some deal cut with the government from China about their angered about the 192,000 acres they own. They can't grow anything on it. Now, you might be looking at the news in a year or so when they're going to try to partner with American farmers as to farming practices. They're probably going to have a swap of, hey, come look at our Chinese methods, and they're going to try to say that our technology, and then they're going to say, now we get a look at American. We'll just send over a couple people, and they'll probably be chemists and freaking dirt experts or whatever. And they'll be taking pictures of everything because they're going to want to know if they're unhappy with 192,000 acres and that balloon was to scout out more farmland and not, military targets. They probably already know where all the military targets are. I mean, the news and everybody else has probably done a review on all the military targets in the country or the bases or everything else. So everything's probably exposed as to where it is. And they're not going to get, as far as pictures, the satellites they have up there is probably going to give them the pictures of that. But as far as farmland, that balloon being off course, I'm guessing it was a scout. It was a allowed flight to go across and scout for more farmland for them to buy. Now, who they're buying it through, I don't know, and what farmers they're going to put out or what ranchers they're going to put out to get the land, and government will probably do not a Ruby Ridge, but who's that farmer that had all them cattle on government land that I don't know if they put him in jail or whatever because he was allowing his cattle to graze on government land, and then all of a sudden government said, well, now that you've been grazing, we want money for it. And so he was like, well, I've been grazing there for whatever. So anyway, they're going to do something like that, kick somebody off their farmland so that they could, probably it might be multiple things, multiple people kicked off their land so that China can buy up a bunch of farmland. I see that Missouri said it's going over, I think somebody in Missouri said the balloon was going over Missouri. I looked up in the sky, I didn't see it. I don't know how somebody could just look up, see 60,000 foot up and see a balloon, and unless they knew about it somehow. Anyway, so I'm guessing here in maybe it might be sooner than a year, but they're gonna want to do a swap of farming methods. They'll probably invite American farmers over to China or somebody over to China to look at land there, and then the government's going to say, oh, we're going to have China come look at your farmland. The farmer's going to be like, what? You're going to pay for this, or and if so, that farmer will probably be I don't know if they'll be put them out of business or what, but I'm guessing that's what that balloon was for. I don't think it was for military. I'm thinking it was for scouting farmland because they only have 192,000 acres, and I guess there's 35 million acres of tillable land in the U.S. Tillable or farmable. Maybe it's farmland. But anyway, so, and they don't own as much as, I don't know if it's Germany and France and Japan own more, or Great Britain's owned more. I can't remember. I was just looking at a chart. They're like maybe the fifth largest owners. China's the fifth largest owners. So that's what I'm looking at. Is this balloon was for scouting farmland, and who the realtor is that's going to sell it to them, and who's going to be the ones, and what method they're going to do to push farmers off their land to be able to sell it to China, for some break in owing them some money on whatever bonds or whatever they got. Say, well, we'll give you some farmland in exchange for having to pay out bonds. So that's how our politicians are. I don't know who elected these people in. You all did. I don't even vote. I still got a right of free speech if you don't like that. If you don't like me talking about the way you people vote, then I guess you're against the First Amendment. So anyway, that's what I'm figuring that balloon is. Now they're saying it's not a threat, and they haven't shot it down. So there is an agreement somewhere along the line with China to allow this thing to fly across our country. And don't say this. Oh no, it's because they don't want it to drop. My drop. They got debris dropping from spacecraft all the time, and you think they're worried about a balloon. Somebody say, well, what if a balloon landed on your house? Well, then I get to keep it, and I get to use all the material from it. If it's some space age material, and all the electronics I get to keep. No, the government. Well, then the government can fix my house after it drops on my house. But as far as that, I mean, what would it cost more? Fixing somebody's house for a balloon drop, a deflated balloon dropping on a house, or a space spy balloon going across our country? What do you think is more damaging? This is crazy.